Assalamualaikum, good morning Amir.
Waalaikumsalam, good morning Datuk. How may I help you today?
I have some questions to ask you relating Bidin's way of acting lately.
Sure Datuk.
First, what makes Bidin become distant and his work started to deteriorate?
In my opinion, Bidin was hoping to get a sport company as a senior designer. Apparently, Tengku Zara was chosen instead of him. Then he became demotivated. All his hard work to this company does not pay off. This will cause Bidin to be stressed and reduce his productivity in doing his job.
Oh, I feel bad for him. Next, what are the factors that influence Bidin's perception that he will be chosen as a senior designer?
From my perspective, the factor in the situation that influence Bidin's perception is time. Bidin has worked in this company for 5 years, so he expects this company to pay back his hard work by giving the position. Next, the factor in the perceiver is experience. By looking at their job impact, Bidin is more experienced than Tengku Zara. The last factor is in the target, and that is motion. Bidin seems more proactive in doing all his tasks compared to his other co-workers.
That is a good factors. So, the next question is, how do the attributional of biases work in the case?
The first attribution of biases is fundamental attribution error. It looks like Datuk has underestimated Bidin and overestimated Tengku Zara. Maybe it is because the factor that Tengku Zara is extrovert and Bidin is introvert. Selective perception is when people selectively interpret what they see. Maybe Datuk's mistake here is by looking at their background. We clearly can see that Bidin's origin plays village while Tengku Zara has a nice background.
So Amir, as a human resource manager, what can you do to reduce such a bias?
For me, I will focus on goals. Focusing on goals and objectives can lead to greater success and performance. Not only it can motivate, but it also can improve our mental health and our personal level.
That is a good point. Then, what effect does perception have on employees and workplace?
Research shown that what employees perceive from their work situation influence their productivity most. Likewise, absenteeism, turnover and job satisfaction involved with employee perception. Those individuals who perceive their job as positive are likely to have decreased absenteeism, less frequent turnover and increased job satisfaction.
By using the steps in rational decision-making model, suggest one solution to solve this problem and improve productivity and profit of white-line design Senjana Berhad.
The first step in rational decision-making model is identify the problem. The problem is to choose which employees that will get promoted as a senior designer. Second step is identify the decision criteria. The attitude between Bidin and Tengku Zara is comparable. We can see that Tengku Zara's attitude is unfavorable because she pretended to do the work. Bidin percentage is 80% while Tengku Zara is 50%. We need to list all of the alternatives to resolve the problem. For example, there are decision A and B. We need to make research each decision before making the decision. Then we choose the best option for this decision that we need to make. After that, we need to take the decision into action. Lastly, we need to evaluate the decision we made, whether it's positive or negative. There are a lot of assumptions of rational decision-making model. One of assumption is non-option, and that is when we are able to identify relevant criteria and able to list all the best alternatives.
Thank you, Datuk, for helping me to solve this problem.
You're welcome. Refer to me if you have any other problem.
Alright.